Welcome to the Mycitizenagency channel. We help our clients navigate immigration issues and obtain citizenship in Europe. Today we will discuss a topic that is of great interest to those who are looking for an opportunity to legally obtain a European passport in a short period of time, namely Slovenian citizenship by descent. Slovenia is a small but highly developed country in the heart of Europe. It is often called the gateway to Europe due to its unique geographical location. On one side, it borders Austria and Italy, and on the other, Hungary and Croatia. In just a couple of hours, you can find yourself on the slopes of the Alps or on the coast of the Adriatic Sea. Slovenia is a member of the European Union and the Schengen area, which means that obtaining a Slovenian passport opens up a wide range of opportunities for you. Free movement throughout Europe. You can travel to all Schengen countries without visas or lengthy procedures. The right to live, work, and study in any EU country. A Slovenian passport puts you on an equal footing with citizens of other European countries. Germany, France, Spain, the Netherlands. Your choice of where to live and work becomes virtually unlimited. Access to European healthcare and education. You and your children are entitled to high-quality healthcare and education at European universities on the same terms as citizens of those countries. High level of safety and quality of life. Slovenia is one of the most environmentally friendly and safest countries in Europe, with a high level of social protection and a stable economy. It is worth emphasizing another important detail. Slovenia is a country with a rich history and strong cultural identity. Due to historical processes, migrations, and changes in state formations, many people outside Europe may have Slovenian roots. Slovenian legislation takes this factor into account and provides for a procedure for restoring citizenship by origin. This means that if your ancestors were Slovenian, you have the chance to reconnect with your family's homeland and at the same time obtain all the rights of a European Union citizen. So the main question is, who is eligible to apply for Slovenian citizenship by descent? Slovenian citizenship law clearly states that individuals who can prove their Slovenian ancestry are eligible to apply. This is known as citizenship by blood. Direct descendants of Slovenians. If your parents, grandparents, or great-grandparents were citizens of Slovenia or ethnic Slovenians, you have a chance to restore your citizenship. Availability of documentary evidence. You need to provide evidence that a specific ancestor did indeed have Slovenian citizenship or was registered as Slovenian. This can include birth and marriage certificates, church records, metric records, military tickets or service certificates, certificates from state and archival institutions. The more complete the chain of documents from your ancestor to you, the higher the chances of a positive decision. Maintaining ties with Slovenia. In some cases, cultural or linguistic ties are also taken into account. Knowledge of the Slovenian language, participation in Slovenian cultural associations abroad, having relatives in Slovenia, maintaining contact with them. This is not always a strict requirement, but such factors play a positive role when considering the case. Important point: to apply for citizenship by descent, it is not necessary for your ancestors to have lived within the modern borders of independent Slovenia. Historically, this territory was part of various state formations: the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Kingdom of Yugoslavia, and the Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. That is why, when confirming your roots, you may need to search for documents in the archives not only of Slovenia itself, but also of neighboring countries. For example, records of birth, marriage, or citizenship of Slovenians are often found in the archives of Austria, Croatia, Serbia, or Italy. To begin the process of restoring citizenship based on ancestry, you need to prepare a package of documents. This stage is the foundation of the entire process, as the authorities' decision will depend directly on how thoroughly you can prove your ancestry. The package usually includes birth and marriage certificates of your ancestors to establish the chain of kinship, archival references or extracts, confirming that your ancestor had Slovenian citizenship or was registered as a Slovenian, your own documents, birth certificate, and, if necessary, marriage certificate, to link yourself to your ancestor through the family tree. The deeper your ancestry, for example, if we are talking about your great-great-grandmother or great-great-grandfather, the more intermediate links you will have to document. In such cases, the chain may consist of several generations of documents, from your birth certificate to your ancestors' birth certificates. What difficulties do applicants usually encounter? Archives may be scattered across different countries. Some documents are stored in Slovenia, others in Austria, Croatia, Serbia, or Italy. Some records may have been lost as a result of wars and migrations. Old documents are often written in German, Latin, Serbo-Croatian, or even Church Slavonic. Handwriting and old civil status formats can be difficult to read without special skills. Therefore, collecting a set of documents rarely boils down to a simple request to the archive. More often, it is a whole research project where it is important to understand where exactly to go and how to formulate requests correctly. Why it's better to entrust this stage to specialists? We accompany our clients through all stages of document preparation. We determine which documents will be legally valid in your case. We send requests to state and church archives. If necessary, we find alternative sources of evidence if the records are missing. We arrange for notarized translation and legalization of documents so that they are accepted by the Slovenian authorities without unnecessary questions. Thus, we take on the most difficult part, searching for, checking, and preparing documents. For you, this means saving time, minimizing the risk of rejection, and ensuring that your documents comply with Slovenian law. Once the package of documents has been collected and verified, you can move on to the next step, submitting an application for the restoration of citizenship. This can be done in two ways: through the Slovenian consulate in your place of residence or directly at the Ministry of the Interior in Slovenia itself. It is important to note that the application process at the consulate may take longer, as the documents are first sent to Ljubljana, where the main review takes place. The procedure consists of several stages. Submission of the application. Along with the application, you must provide a complete set of documents confirming your origin and family ties. At this stage, it is important that all documents are correctly executed, translated into Slovenian, notarized, and legalized. Verification of documents. The Slovenian authorities carefully check the information provided, the chain of kinship, archival records, and the correspondence of dates and places. This is one of the most time-consuming stages, as requests may be sent to archives within the country and abroad. Case review. The time frame depends on the specific case. On average, the process takes from 4 to 12 months. If the documents raise doubts or additional inquiries are necessary, the time frame may be extended. Receiving a decision. If your application is approved, you take the Slovenian citizenship oath, after which you are issued with the relevant certificate. On this basis, you can apply for a Slovenian passport and other documents. What to pay attention to? Even a minor error, such as a typo in a surname in an old document or a discrepancy in dates, can cause delays of several months. The more accurately the package of documents is prepared at the first stage, the faster the decision will be made. In some cases, the authorities may request additional documents, and it is important to be prepared to provide them in advance. Now let's focus on the nuances that are important to consider when applying for Slovenian citizenship by descent. Language skills. In most cases, knowledge of the Slovenian language is not a mandatory requirement for applicants of Slovenian descent. However, even basic knowledge is welcome. It shows your connection to the country and simplifies communication with government agencies. In addition, knowledge of the language will be useful to you in the future, when completing documents, living or communicating with relatives in Slovenia. Proof of kinship. The more evidence you have of your ancestry, the easier the procedure will be. The perfect scenario is when the same circumstance is confirmed by several sources at once. For example, a record from a church register and an entry in the state archives. This increases the reliability of your family tree and reduces the likelihood of additional requests from the authorities. Children and family. Your minor children can be included in the procedure and obtain citizenship along with you. This is particularly convenient, as it eliminates the need to go through the process twice. As for spouses, they have a separate procedure. Usually, they can only submit documents after you have already become a citizen. That is, first you confirm your right based on your roots, and then your spouse can go through the process of naturalization or reunification. Timeframes. The process of obtaining citizenship by descent in Slovenia cannot be called instantaneous, but compared to other countries, it is fairly quick. On average, the application review period ranges from 4 to 12 months, depending on the complexity of the case and the completeness of the documents provided. If the package is prepared carefully, the procedure may be completed faster. That is why competent preparation and correctly compiled archival references can significantly reduce waiting times and avoid unnecessary delays. Many people think that the process of obtaining citizenship by descent is simple: gather a few documents, submit an application, and wait for the result. In practice, however, it turns out to be much more complicated. The most common difficulties faced by applicants are: archives may refuse to issue documents if the request is incorrectly drafted or lacks the necessary details. Many documents exist only in old formats or rare languages and require professional translation with notarization. Each certificate must undergo an apostille or consular legalization procedure. Without this, the documents will not be accepted. Some documents can only be obtained through official consular requests, which requires knowledge of internal procedures. Due to these nuances, the process can take months or even years for people who go it alone. What's more, a mistake during the preparation stage can lead to rejection, and then the application can only be resubmitted, resulting in a loss of time and additional costs. Why is it better to turn to professionals? Mycitizenagency supports clients at every stage. We analyze your family tree and assess your prospects for obtaining citizenship in advance. We compile and send requests to state and church archives, including those outside Slovenia. We organize official translations and ensure that all documents are properly legalized. We prepare the application and accompany you until you receive your Slovenian passport. As a result, you save time, avoid bureaucratic errors, and minimize the risk of rejection. We take care of all the most difficult aspects, making the process as transparent and predictable as possible for you. Let's summarize. Slovenian citizenship by descent is a real and legal opportunity for those whose ancestors were Slovenian. It is a chance to reconnect with your family history and at the same time obtain a European passport with all its advantages. If you want to find out whether you are eligible for Slovenian citizenship by descent, leave a request for a free consultation at the link in the description. We will analyze your data and help you understand the prospects in your particular case. We will draw up your personal immigration plan and prepare a complete set of documents for successfully obtaining Slovenian citizenship. Thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in this topic, subscribe to our channel and feel free to ask questions in the comments. We regularly publish reviews of programs, answer frequently asked questions, and share important news about immigration law and life in the EU. Your journey to Europe begins with the first step. Mycitizenagency is there for you every step of the way.